Koinly or CoinTracking. Today I compare the two of these popular crypto tax softwares and tell you which one is better. Hello everyone, my name is Ethan Rushock, and on today's video I'm going to be talking to you about tracking your crypto investments for tax purposes. So I'm going to be comparing two of the most popular softwares, Koinly and CoinTracking, and I'll go through the differences between them, what some of their features are, and which one I think overall is best for which type of investor. And so it's really important to keep track of these kind of things from the start, because it's a big mess if you don't keep track of your crypto investments. I've seen clients come in and go, I haven't kept track of anything, and it can be a bit of a nightmare, but these softwares can help speed that process up with some imports, which I'll go into, which really helps speed up the process and make sure you've got accurate records. So don't forget to check out my video on crypto taxes and how they work in general, because without knowing that, you probably won't really understand the importance of this. And then also don't forget to check out my website. I'll talk about it a bit more later, but I do offer crypto tax packages where I can personally help you with your crypto taxes if you're in Australia. And of course, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and a bit of a different one this time, but head over to Spotify, search for Tax Talk with Ethan Rushock, and follow my podcast. I've now got a podcast. I want to connect with my audience in all different ways, in ways that suit you best. I know some prefer the videos here on YouTube, but I know some like to listen to podcasts. So head over there, hit that follow button and give it a listen. So first I want to talk about Koinly, which if I head over to their website here, you'll see it's quite a clean looking website, and they support a range of different countries. So obviously today I would be talking about from an Australian point of view. So that was really the first impression I got from them. They looked quite modern, which is something I like in a software provider. I know it's not all about looks, but sometimes a clean look will make it easier to navigate around their website, which is a big plus for Koinly. So pretty much Koinly will allow you to link your different exchanges and wallets. You can link an exchange such as CoinSpot or Binance, or you can link a wallet such as MetaMask or a hardware wallet. And then you can actually do an import potentially through that API of your broker or through your wallet, and that will allow you to import all of your old transactions in. This will also then import your future transactions. So you're not having to do manual data entry, and that obviously eliminates the chance for errors. Now you're still gonna have to manually check some of this data to make sure all the imports have worked, especially if you're using multiple exchanges and might have transferred coins from one exchange to another. You might wanna check and make sure all of that's worked. That's one thing I really do love about Koinly, is it's really easy to identify when there could be errors. So you'll be able to see if something is out of balance, and you can go in there and see, okay, what is causing it to be out of balance versus the actual balance in the exchange versus what maybe Koinly is showing based on the transaction history. And then you can go in and try and fix those things up. And it will also clearly identify if there's no cost base for an asset. So if you've got a coin and it hasn't got a cost base, therefore, when you go to sell, obviously it can't calculate that gain successfully. So it will identify that, and you can go and find which transaction might be missing. So I'll take you here to the Koinly pricing. So the great thing with Koinly is you can start for free. So it's no cost to get started and get your portfolio tracking, and that allows you up to 10,000 transactions. And it's really good because it allows you to see how the software works to make sure it's the right fit for you. The downside is the free version doesn't allow you to pull out the tax reports. So while you may be able to calculate your gains through here, you're not going to get that detailed report that is likely going to be required, especially if you get an audit. You're not going to be able to produce the documentation to show how you come up with that. So then it's a scaled process of the payment system of how much it costs per year, depending on how many transactions you've got. But I think it's a really good system. Their pricing works well there, that you can get in, try it for free, get everything set up, and then you may not need to pay for it until it comes to tax time. So Koinly is really good to get started with. It's easy to use. The reports are pretty clean. The system seems pretty beginner friendly, which is great. And I think that's what you want in a tax system. You want something that literally is going to calculate it for you. You don't want to have to do a lot of manual work, and Koinly does all those things really well. Now, if you do want to join Koinly, you can find the link to it in the description of this video. I do get a bit of affiliate income if you do join and go through with a purchase. It's just another way you can help support the channel. So make sure you go down below, and if you're wanting to join Koinly, use that link and it really helps me out. The second software I'm going to talk about is CoinTracking. So I'll bring you over to their website. Now, first impression is it's not quite as clean and modern looking as Koinly. Not that that's, like I said, that's not the way that you've got to assess these things, but it is just a little bit more clunky, I find, especially once you get into the software. So again, it has a lot of similar functionality to Koinly because you can do imports from your brokers or your wallets. You can do CSV imports, maybe if you don't want to actually link through the API, etc. So this again is a great way, bring in your old transactions, save you with that manual data entry. I've actually personally done quite a bit of manual data entry through CoinTracking, so I know how that works. It does get a little bit to get your head around of especially when you're going, okay, you're buying, say, a coin, and what are you selling? And you might actually be selling Australian dollars. So it's a little bit hard to get your head around that to start with, but it is good because you can add a lot of detail in here. CoinTracking, I find, is a lot more detailed when it comes to transaction history and when it comes to reporting compared to something like Koinly. So there's a lot of reports you can run out of here, a lot of data you can collect, and a lot of just general quick things you can bring up. So you can bring up your balance by exchange, you can bring your balance by coin, all different things like that. You can see which coins you've got easily on which exchanges, which I think is really good if you really like that detailed analysis. CoinTracking also does have an app on iOS, I know definitely. I'm not sure about on Android, but it doesn't give you a huge amount of details, but it's really good to give you a quick, what's your portfolio value, what's your realized and unrealized gains, and I find it really useful. I personally use it. So I'll bring you up to the pricing here. So again, CoinTracking has a free offering, and that's up to 200 transactions, and you can get the reports you need for tax, which is great for someone that maybe is only just starting out and doesn't want to have to pay for those tax reports in something like Koinly. They could use CoinTracking and get those reports for free. And then it's a scaled up system from there on how many transactions you've got, etc., as to what the cost is. There is the option to purchase a lifetime subscription, which is really cool. If this is something you know you're going to want to do for a long time, you can pay a one-off fee and you're done. The thing to remember about with these softwares is that it's very likely that the fees you're paying are going to be tax deductions because you're deriving income through capital gains or dividends, and therefore you're likely to be able to claim the expenses relating to tracking that. So obviously check with an accountant or do your own research on that, but that's something to keep in mind when you're paying out for these costs. Now again, if you do want to join CoinTracking, you can head down to the description of this video, hit the link, and you will actually get 10% off any purchases. So again, a bit like Koinly, I will get a bit of an affiliate income if you do go through with a purchase. Again, that just helps me support the channel, so I really appreciate that. So now I want to talk to you about which is better. Is it Koinly or CoinTracking? And my verdict is I actually would probably prefer Koinly, especially for beginners. I find the really smooth process of setting it up and the clean look is really good for beginners, and therefore that would be my recommendation there. Now, just to hedge my bets a bit, I think CoinTracking is probably better for someone that's wanting that really detailed analysis. It can be a bit overwhelming for a beginner if you go in there and try and set it up and you get a bit confused with all the different reports. But if you're someone that really likes the numbers and analytics of it, then definitely CoinTracking would be the option for you. So which one do I use? I actually use both. I have both set up for my own portfolio, and the reason for that is one, because I want to learn these softwares. When new features come out, I want to understand how they both work. Therefore, if I'm helping a client with it, at least I can give them first-hand knowledge of how it actually works. So that's my reason for using both. And I'm actually using the reports one to make sure that they're matching between the two. So again, that's me teaching myself and make sure I'm understanding how the software works. Overall, I like CoinTracking because it's got the app and I like the detailed analysis, but I do like Koinly just for the clean look and the ease of use. So make sure you get these things set up early, get them right, and then make sure that you get help when needed. So this is where I can help out. I do crypto tax packages on my website. So head over to Rishock Accounting, and the link is in the description again of the video, and I can personally help you with your crypto taxes. So I've got 3 different options, and I've got a bronze package, which is me just helping you do the tax return. I've got a silver package, which then includes a tax planning meeting. So a lot of people in the last week have been joining up on this package because it allows me to speak to you in the next couple of months before the end of June and give you some good advice on, okay, where are you currently at, how much tax will you owe, and what could we do to reduce that. I do also have a gold package, which is an extension of the silver package, and allows me to meet with you and talk to you about what would happen if you did sell some crypto and what the capital gains effects of that would be. So if you are interested in these packages, get in touch with me. All my links to my socials or contact details are in my description, and I'd love to chat to you about how I can personally help you with your crypto taxes. Alright, that's the video for today. I hope it's been beneficial to you. As you can see, these softwares are a lot easier than trying to run an Excel spreadsheet. I'd highly recommend either of them. I think they both will do the job. Like I said, Koinly is probably my preference for a beginner, but CoinTracking is great if you really want detailed analysis. Leave a comment down below if you do use either of these, and which one is it and why. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again on the next video.